Hey everyone, I'm here today to do the Grinch Book Tag. This tag was originally created by Sam at Thoughts on Tomes, and I was tagged by the amazing, beautiful, spectacular, wonderful Jo at Jo Reads Books, who was also kind enough to send me this cute little Christmas card, which I'm so excited about, and this homemade bookmark. And I just love how I can't even figure out where my camera is, but I also love the details. I think it's so gorgeous. I'm trying to hassle her into starting an Etsy shop just because I'm super annoying like that. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm going to be squinting my way through this video. Half the lights in the Christmas tree are burnt out. Name a book, series, or character that started out good but then went downhill. Okay, for me, this is Divergent. I really liked this book. This was great. It was amazing. And then when we got to Insurgent, I was like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, what are you doing? Like, I will pray for you, Tris Pryor. And then Allegiant, and I was just like, I feel like this is very MySpace 2007. Annoying Great Aunt Sally who will not leave you alone. Name a book that you didn't enjoy, but everyone else seems to love, so it never goes away. Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. Once again, I read the entire trilogy, you know, in the space of a week, and this bummed me out because for those of you who have read it, and you know, those of you who haven't, well, I'll just try not to be spoilery. There's something that happens, you know, 2/3 of the way through this book, and it is this big reveal, and that's it. Like, there's no kind of diverting people that it might be something different. It's just, it's obvious from that point on. Question 3. Your pets keep knocking over the Christmas decorations. In that case, it's actually my daughter who does it. She's obsessed with the baubles on our tree. I just put some really nice new glittery ones up, and she's always trying to touch them, and she's like, Christmas, 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 and I'm like, you got it from the tree, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. Name a character that kept messing things up for everyone else, and you can't pick a villain. Oh. Gale fucking Hawthorne. I hate you. Oh, I just hate you. I'm not a fan of Liam Hemsworth either. Team Miley. Like, seeing him in the role of Gale, I was just like, it just solidified the fact that I was just like, I just can't help it. I hate Gale. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. Question 4. You hear your parents putting out the presents and learn that Santa isn't real. Name a book that you were spoiled for. So instead of saying Allegiant, like a lot of people probably will, I'm going to say Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. I actually watched the first season of this on TV. Question 5. It's freezing outside. Name a main character you just couldn't connect with. And I will say Anna from the Sweet Evil trilogy by Wendy Higgins. I think it's mainly because she is just such a nice girl and she doesn't want to hurt people's feelings, and how bad does that sound? I just think that if I was in her position, well, if I was her, I'd probably be a lot nicer, but there are instances where she could have been, you know, a little bit meaner and sort of gotten things done, and so that's just why I can't identify with her. I think that I'm definitely one of those people who makes the tough decisions and sort of just like does what is necessary. So question number 6. Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas Is You is playing constantly on the radio and it's giving you anti-romantic feelings. Name a couple that you couldn't stand. Brayden and Sydney in The Golden Lily. Ugh, if you have read the Bloodline series, you will know. It's like, sister, no. No, Brayden, no Brayden. You know what to do. Number 7. That scratchy homemade woolen sweater you got for Christmas years ago but you won't get rid of. Show some books that are sitting on your shelves for a while and you aren't motivated to read, but you don't want to have the heart to get rid of. I don't usually get rid of my books. I keep them. I'm a book collector. So I would definitely say all of the books on my shelf, they will eventually be read. And I know that they will, but there's ones that I'm more reluctant to read than others. And this is actually, this is another one of those ones that's going to surprise people. I tried to read this month so far. I've gotten 147 pages in, and I know what's going to happen. I can tell, like, it isn't a surprise to me. The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey, and I was just like, that's going to happen, isn't it? It's going to happen. And it just wasn't grabbing me. I flicked to the back, and that's what happened. Number 8. Grandma got run over by a reindeer. Oh, that's sad. Poor Grandma. Name a character death you're still mad about. Warn people for spoilers. You can use TV or movie deaths. Okay, I'm going to do a TV death. And I'm going to put my hand up, and it's for Teen Wolf Season 3. And I know that if you've watched that, you think you know who I'm talking about, but you don't know. you do not know who I'm talking about. Or maybe you do now. Anyway, so if you haven't watched season 3 of Teen Wolf and you want to, just skip ahead until my hand goes down, okay? Alright. Aiden, who was one of the alpha twins, and I am not okay with it. I'm not okay because you don't kill twins. It's unnatural, it's cruel, you don't do that. You do not separate twins. It's not fair, it's not fine. And you know, Allison, I never really liked her after season 2 when she went all batshit and stuff, and I was just like, bye Felicia. I was just like, no. So Aiden is who I'm most upset about. I'm actually getting really emotional about it because you know when he gets stabbed with the sword and then his eyes flicker, it's like, I was like, no, why? Okay, I'm done now. I'm still sad though. The malls are overcrowded with holiday shoppers. Name a series that has too many books in it, went on for too long. Okay. These are weird answers that I've got here. So first up, I just need to say that I really did like both of these series. Like one of them is my absolute all-time favorite, and that is Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. But Vampire Academy itself has 6 books, and then the spin-off series, which also includes The Golden Lily, which is the second book, has another 6 books. So I think it's a really intimidating thing for me to tell my friends, like, oh my gosh, I love Bloodline so much, you have to read it. But you should probably read Vampire Academy before you read it, so you get a whole world building thing. Obviously, you know, Rose and Dimitri and Lissa are all mentioned in the Bloodline series, and Sydney is also introduced in the Bloodline series. So I think it's an intimidating thing to say to people that you need to read all of these books before you get there. Having said that, my best friend has read the Bloodline series, but she hasn't read Vampire Academy, is the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. Because to fully understand the 6 books, you also have to read the Infernal Devices, you know, to get all of those little references and like jokes and, you know, characters that kind of show back up in City of Heavenly Fire, which is the 6th book in this series. So, in all of that chaos, I've lost my iPad. I didn't even move. Question 10, the final one, and it's called The Grinch. Name a main character that you hate, no villains. This is going to be really bad because I've only read like 50 pages of this, but I hated him straight away, and that is Thomas from The Maze Runner. He was such a... He arrives on that elevator thing and then he's just like, I want to be a glider, or whatever the hell they're called, a runner. Is it a runner? Yelling at that kid who like was littler than him, and he was just like, the kid was just like, bro, chill, like, you know, there's a hierarchy here. And Thomas is like, no, I need to run, I've got to run, man. I was just like, ugh. I'm not going to tag anyone for this because I think this is going around, but if you want to do this, I'm tagging you, and let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you now hate me because I have talked so much shit on Divergent and the Grisha trilogy and the Maze Runner, and I've said that City of Heavenly Fire. Okay, bye guys. I hope you have an amazing... Did I already say that? Well, here's the kiss. Alright, bye.